Hello, my name is Nigel Cox and I'm Senior Horticulture Lecturer at Bridgewater and Taunton College. This is episode 2 of a series of video training videos that I'm making to help those of you in this crisis who are perhaps starting to grow their own for the first time, or indeed just to help people who may have done it before. And today's topic is sowing runner bean seed. In fact, it could be any bean, runner bean, French climbing bean, or even dwarf beans, even peas. Now, it's a great time of the year in early April to sow your runner beans indoors. This gives you a start ahead of planting them outside because they're tender, and you certainly couldn't plant those outside till probably middle of May. So I'm going to show you how to sow runner beans, and as I say, it equally applies to climbing French beans or dwarf French beans. Now, what will you need? First of all, you need something to pot them in. Now, runner beans do not like root disturbance, and so you want to plant them in something which is going to last until you plant them outside. And you can buy these are called grow tubes. They are biodegradable pots. They have no bottom at all, and you can see they're very deep. And you can plant the seeds in there, and eventually you'll just simply plant the whole lot in the ground as the roots grow through. You can also get these which are root trainers, and the root trainers, basically they are fold up, and you can plant them like that, and then when you come to plant them out, you simply unfold it and remove it, and it saves you disturbing the roots. The other thing to do is make your own. There's been a run on toilet rolls in the supermarkets, and maybe you've got some of those cardboard inner rolls. Use those. You can use those in just the same way as these, or if you've had an Amazon delivery like I did yesterday, use the cardboard corrugated and make yourself your own pots. You'll also need labels. Now, as far as labels is concerned, again, I simply use bits of cardboard from packaging that I've used. I'm not going to use them for very long, and it's much better than using plastic ones. You can just throw it away, or it'll break down itself. So, the reason we're going to be sowing now is because by the time it gets to the point of planting them outside, the weather will be ready, it'll be warm, it'll be frost-free. And that's the most important thing to remember. When you're planting out anything tender, you must wait until the last frost has passed. That's probably going to be in the south, middle of May, maybe later if you're further north. So what have I got here? Well, I've got runner beans. I've got a runner bean called Lady Di. I've also got some French beans, cobra, and borlotti beans. I love borlotti beans. They're called the fire tongue bean because they have this amazing pink pod with black markings on it. And borlotti beans, you can eat either the bean like a runner bean, or you can keep it and use it like a kidney bean in the winter. So some people suggest that you need to soak your beans overnight. Well, you could do that. Frankly, I don't bother. I don't really think it's that necessary. The beans will, at this time of year, will be eager to come up for you, hopefully. So, other things, of course, you need a label, as I say, a pencil or a dibber to make a hole in the pot. Not a hole in the pot, a hole in the compost, sorry. So what I've done here is I've made up a series of the grow tubes, and I've filled them with compost, and actually I put them in a module tray with more compost in just to hold those upright. Now, in terms of the compost, you don't really need a seed compost for runner beans. They're quite capable of coping with a multi-purpose compost, and remember, if possible, please try and use a peat-free compost for planting them. Very simple. You take your dibber, I have a plastic dibber or I have a pencil, doesn't matter which, and you make a hole in the compost about an inch deep. There you go. I can hear a wonderful green woodpecker in the background. It's lovely being outside, the sun's out, it really feels spring-like today. So So I'm going to get my runner beans, my Lady Di beans. Now, with the beans, fantastic, whoops, fantastic. They're very slippery customers today. So you've got this long bean. What I would suggest is you place it vertically and simply pop those down into the holes. Press them down. There you go. And then just cover them over. There you go. All done. That's great. So there you've got it. So how many beans do you need to sow? Well, how many do you want to grow? You know, I have a wigwam which I of old hazel stems from the garden which I cut down, and I have 8 plants around this, and that will climb up through. You don't need a huge amount, but runner beans, you know, they will give you a fantastic continuity of vegetables all the way through late summer into the autumn. Okay, so we have our beans. Again, like with any seeds, make sure you water at this stage and then put them somewhere warm. You could put them in a heated propagator if you've got one, a greenhouse at this time of the year, or on a windowsill, or even in a sunny shed. And within about a week, you should see those seeds poking their heads through. Now, you don't need to do anything more other than to keep them watered. The multi-purpose compost will give them enough nutrients to keep them healthy until you're ready to plant them out. Okay, so plant them out, as I say, mid-May probably, depending on when your last frost is, but make sure you don't plant them straight out from the warm environment into the outside, because they'll get a terrible shock. So in that situation, harden them off. Take them out during the day. If it's cold, bring them in at night. If it's not cold, leave them outside, and gradually they'll get accustomed to the outside environment. And then you've got that wonderful prospect of fantastic runner beans later in the year. Well, enjoy the weekend. We're going to have a sunny weekend. Stay home, enjoy your garden, and above all, stay safe and well. And just a little plug while I'm talking to you. On April the 16th, I start a virtual class online at Bridgewater and Taunton College on well-being in the garden, both physical and mental health. Very important in this time when many of us are living on our own. If you're interested in that course, then go to www.btc.ac.uk and search for well-being, and there you can apply for the course. And that would be great, because I could then see you virtually in the virtual classroom. Well, enjoy your gardening this weekend. I'm signing off now. I'll be back again soon with another video for you. But above all, as I said before, stay safe and well.